Sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10.
Man, sit your ass down.
Yes, we are back. Look, there's some crazy people here. And this is where they got to come to the front of the congregation. We got to hold them by the hand. Say, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Please sit your ass down. Now, this is the sports edition.
Okay.
All of these have something to do with sports.
Okay.
However, before I jump into the sports section, sit your ass down this week. There's a lot of sport news, I guess.
You must have heard something before doing this again. What are you about to say? Who?
Opening day started. NCAA men's Final Four. Let's go Gonzaga. Let's get me back on the sauce.
Who did you say there, then?
However,
can I make an honorable mention?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
I don't want to jump in front of you. You might have in mind the person I'm about to say.
Okay.
I don't want to jump in front of you.
I'll tell you.
Who?
No, I'm saying if it is, I'll tell you.
Now you already know I always go political.
Okay. Oh, none of these are political at all. Oh, you go ahead.
Matt Gaetz.
I was actually saving that for next week, but
See?
please go ahead.
I said I went to
No, go ahead. No, I'm sure someone's going to fuck up in the next 7 days. But
Matt
please,
Gaetz.
take it away. Matt Dix. I'll add him to it. He just on the list this week.
Matt Gaetz. Now, I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to jump ahead of what
No, it's good. He's not even on the list. I was trying to save him. I wanted it to
Matt
play out a
Gaetz
little bit more.
Is a Republican House of Representative statesman from Florida. And Matt Gaetz is now being accused of child trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Gaetz is a staunch, not just Republican, more than that, staunch Trump supporter. Donald Trump has single-handedly transformed the Republican Party.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's done something Ronald Reagan couldn't even do. He has, it's not, you got Republicans don't even call it, you know who I'm a fan of now? Out of all this, I'm telling you. Do you remember John Boehner, the former
Yeah. When you made him look good, red face.
Dude, John Boehner, whiskey drinking, cigarette smoking.
If it weren't for his politics,
cussing,
he seemed like a cool dude to hang out with.
I would have a drink. I would have had a drink.
Depending on what happened in this Gonzaga game I just made.
I'm just a regular ass dude. But John Boehner is a Republican. He's the former Speaker of the House prior to he was after Gingrich.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude said about Matt Gaetz, go fuck yourself.
Yep.
I'm not a Republican, neither am I a Democrat, but I sure in the hell ain't a Republican, but I am a fan of John Boehner. Listen, Matt Gaetz talked trash about Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is an admitted drug user. Admitted it.
He's recovering, yeah.
He even said, I only got that job because of who my daddy is. He admitted all of this. Didn't hide it, didn't lie. Little known fact to maybe some of y'all, Matt Gaetz' father is also a high profile person of power. And Matt Gaetz had a drinking problem. Got pulled over for a DUI. Daddy got him out. Much kind of like, you could dislike what I'm about to say, but Joe kind of did for Hunter, in my opinion.
Yep.
It's arguable, but I can argue back, and we can both agree to disagree.
That's just
but the thing is
happened.
different. Hunter has admitted, yes, I wouldn't have had this job if it wasn't for my dad. Yes, I'm a recovering drug addict.
I had to do the stuff.
Hunter Biden has admitted that he's proud of his son for being a recovering drug addict. Nothing is hidden. Nothing. Matt Gaetz tried to talk about how bad Hunter Biden was, but kind of hard to call a
drug user to a sex trafficker.
A drug user to a sex trafficker and a alcoholic. I think Mr. I forgot the brother name, Hank. I forgot his last name. Anyway, he sits on House Representative. His name is Hank. He's a black guy. It's kind of hard for the kettle to call the pot black. It's like, nigga, I can't talk shit about you for doing crack when I shoot heroin.
Yeah.
Crack is bad. You're gonna die from that, nigga. You shooting heroin in front of me, dude. I don't think Matt Gaetz is gonna stay in the House too much longer.
We'll see.
At least I hope he don't, because I never liked him anyway. He has a very punchable face.
But for right now, please sit your ass down.
Matt Gates.
Before we get to the sports section, I'm glad you brought that up. I have to ask one question. I don't mean to do this.
Yes, you do.
This is not
Yes, you
not
do.
fun.
Yes, it is. Yes,
no,
it
no,
is.
hold.
Yes, it is.
This is not fun for me.
All right, almost sure I know what you're about to do.
I'm not smiling. I
You
am
are
smiling. I am
smiling. Look at
smiling.
you.
I don't mean to do that.
Yes, you do. You fucking liar.
One question. Is Florida in the house? Is Florida in the house? The 9 sports. Sit your ass down. Goes to Trevor Henderson.
Yeah, I saw that on Google.
Florida man is arrested
I saw
for
that on Google.
pulling a gun on the cop who gave him a ride home. That a no good deed goes unpunished. God damn.
I saw that on Google.
North Central Florida man is charged with attempted murder of a law enforcement officer after pulling a gun on a cop who just given him a ride home. Ocala police, I hope I pronounced that right, officer arrested Trevor Henderson on being heavily intoxicated. The OPO officer Jordan Decker saw him and gave him and his girlfriend a ride home after they were heavily intoxicated, walking around downtown square and headed home after leaving the bar. Nothing wrong with that. I done seen that a few times. You know, we'd been to bars. There's always someone there, designated driver, whether it be a cop, could be military.
Mhm.
You had a little too much. Hey, we just glad you ain't driving.
Right.
Come on, we'll take you home.
You can't get a walking while drunk ticket.
So, he gave him the ride home, right? After he got into the house, I'm about to pull off. Have a good night, officer. Have a good night, sir. After he was about to pull off, the officer heard a loud noise from the house and saw a commotion through the window. So he don't know what the hell going on. Is they fighting? Whatever. When he got to the door, he just knocked on the door. Hey, I heard a noise. Is everything okay in there? His girlfriend came up and said, no, we good. He just... And before she could finish, because she was about to cover for him, Trevor Henderson pointed a gun at the officer's face and said, get out of here. The officer told him, please get the gun out of my face several times. Trevor said no. Then the officer grabbed the gun, wrestled Henderson to the ground. Henderson was asked to drop the gun before the scuffle and after the scuffle. However, he refused. Cuffs, going to jail. He was released on bail from Marion County on Sunday. Look, we can sit here and talk about the privilege card, the white card. Just luck, pure luck. How many chances do you need not to go to jail?
I only need one. And I don't.
I only need one.
And I don't want that one.
I only
prefer
not to be in the conversation at all.
But
this cat, intoxicated. If this cop was on some bull, walking intoxicated, we don't know what he could have did. Public indecency, public drunkenness. He could have do some trouble. Nah, this dude need a little help. His girlfriend trying to help him. All right, whatever. Come on, let me drive you home. Drove home. About to pull off. Heard a noise. Checked on you again. Oh, shit. Did he fall going up the stairs? Or what happened? Girlfriend came to the door. Oh, I'm about to go and get up out of here. You got him? All right, you got... Pull the gun on me. Please put that gun out of my face. Several times.
you need to take that gun out of my face.
Please, man. No. No again.
All right.
No a third time.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. You sure you want this? Well, yeah, sometimes you gotta wait.
Florida's definitely in the house.
He needs to go to jail.
Trevor Henderson, man, sit your ass down. He is in jail. Well, he made bail, but now
I gotta admit, man, that story that's a good cop.
he tried.
He tried
for him.
You got to give it to him. Keep going.
Well, here's the sports section. This is just where it gets crazy. Because, we was talking about baseball a couple weeks ago, and opening day for our Tigers was yesterday, actually. Or day before yesterday. However, it's not our Tigers. This is the Chicago Cubs. Jesus Camargo Corrales was caught driving with 21 pounds of methamphetamine. You heard me right.
I did.
21 pounds of meth. The minor league baseball player, who is a member of the Chicago Cubs organization, was caught with 21 pounds of methamphetamine and 1.2 pounds of oxycodone pills in his Chicago Cubs official team duffel bag.
Crazy.
Jesus appeared in the Eagle County Court on Thursday on charges included distribution of methamphetamine and oxycodone. Both are Class 1 drug felonies, as well as charges unlawful possession of each drug. Both is a Class 4 felony. Jesus was stopped near Vail, Colorado, after Eagle County Sheriff saw him driving in very high speeds in drifting lanes, according to the arrest affidavit. There were 2 passengers with him, the Cubs prospect, but police said they were not aware of the drugs. Jesus told the police he was going to Denver to teach a baseball clinic before opening day for kids and claimed that there was no drugs in his silver BMW. What? Hey, ain't no drugs in here. Don't check that bag. Police then notified authorities to the car's rear wheel well and the back seat, and which were in the vehicle. They found a white bag with cologne and $1,000. Additionally, there were several packages in white marked CO in the 2 packages with green plastic where the drugs were. Jesus agreed to be interviewed by a friend, and based on the interview, he found out the Sinaloa cartel offered him $500. $500 to deliver a duffel bag to Denver. He said he thought the bag contained shoes and clothes, but also intoxicated. He knew there were drugs inside the vehicle. His court date is set for the end of the month.
Send a nigga to jail.
How many? Okay, you met with a cartel, and they told you it was shoes in the bag. Please don't look at it. You play for the Chicago Cubs. $500.
Send a nigga to jail.
And you had $1,000 on you.
Send that nigga to jail. Sit your ass down.
And then here's the killer. You riding with your boys who's a part of the team. Opening day was a couple days ago. They didn't know. They clearly didn't know. So when you're driving and you got something that you shouldn't have in the car, don't speed. This is day one stuff. It's all day one. Man, Jesus, please sit your ass down. It's lunacy. All right, this is my second favorite of the week.
Come on.
This is Dave Mariron. He's a high school football coach for using anti-Semitic plays during the game.
What is that?
You know how coaches call? I'll just read the story. A high school coach in Massachusetts had just been fired after investigators say they confirmed he used anti-Semitic play clause during the month. Officials
Like
in the
where?
Yeah. Okay. Remember how some high school footballs had to wait because of COVID right. Exactly. So some people are finishing up their season now before the year's out.
Right.
He's one of those teams. So they're playing football, and officials in the case said the Dansbury High School head man said he used terms while calling plays.
Terms, okay.
Auschwitz, Rabbi, Dreidel to describe plays for his football players.
Auschwitz.
On March 12th.
That should not be funny, but still it is.
After that, the parents, the fans, and civil rights leaders all was at the game.
all the people that shouldn't have been there was there.
And called him to action.
How you look at it.
The school finally made the move last Wednesday, blasted him for the name calls, and fired him immediately. Officials added they did not believe the terms were directed at players, used to insult players or their opponents. But But he said, quote, the outrage is weird. The outrage is real, warranted, and we hear it. School announced it is canceling that game and the rest of the season after cutting ties with the coach. It is yet to make a decision on the future schedule going into next year. What type of shit was you teaching these kids?
I would like to have been there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can see, coach, is it okay for me to say this? Yeah, man, let it rip. Blue 52, Blue 52, out west. Blue 52, Dreidel. I made you out of clay.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Hike. I'm on the other end of the ball. The fuck did he just say?
I don't know. Just throw the ball.
Red 49. Holocaust is a hoax. Red 39.
But you know, a lot of Jews actually think that, and I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how that happened.
I like what was said to some Jews to convince them that the Holocaust was a hoax.
I don't know. That's a socio-political thing.
I think that's just a
Hold on,
crazy thing to think.
Still, I will put that in the world of socio-political, not sports. I'm not making a play called, if you think this is real, you're wrong. I'm like, whoa.
Dude, that's just so, like, disheartening and rude and racist and whatever word we come up with. It's just bad. No.
Hitler had good ideas on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dude.
What the fuck? What was you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, let's run that Hitler. Let's run that Hitler 34.
Hey,
Run that Hitler 34. What? Fuck you, nigga. I don't know.
Hey, we gonna call the Berlin Blitz. Let's get it.
Man, I don't even feel comfortable talking about this subject anymore. I'm like, dude,
Some damn Merriman.
that is bad.
Man, please sit your ass down. Now, I said that was my second favorite story of the week. Still on the sports pages. This is my first favorite because you ever watch something on TV and rewind it because you knew in your soul you didn't hear it right?
Yeah.
You knew you didn't hear it right.
Hear it right or seen it right.
And I rewinded this 3 times, looking for the April Fools. Just kidding. The last sit your ass down this week goes to Matt Rowan. Matt Rowan is an Oklahoma sports announcer who apologized for calling the Norman High School girls basketball team the N-word.
That was on YouTube a couple of days ago.
The only
The announcer that got caught on air saying some racist shit. Yeah.
Matt Rowan is a contract sports announcer for the National Freelance Society and said the slur thinking his mic was turned off during the break.
That's even worse.
Rowan and the other announcer, Scott Scapular, were reporting highlights from the playoff game between the Norman High School girls basketball team and the Midwest City that's a long name. Midwest City Girls High School basketball team. As the Star Spangled Banner played, Norman High girls team took a knee. Rowan was heard in the video posted by the team's coach, the same team he's calling the game for, disparaging the team by using the symbolic gesture of taking a knee. Rowan said, quote, "They're kneeling? Fuck them. I hope Norman gets their ass kicked. I hope they lose. Come on, Midwest City. They're going to kneel? They're going to kneel like that? Against the national anthem? They're going to kneel like that? Fucking niggers." End quote. Now, Parks posted the shocking video on Twitter, tagging the superintendent as well as my man himself. They released a statement when the video went viral. He said, "Hey, looks like you forgot to cut off your mic." They said that on Twitter.
Looks like.
You know,
Your mouth was moving.
people are just going off. Looks like you forgot to cut off your mic.
Whatever. I heard it.
Fuck him. You really got one on me. They just showing a lot of the quotes that was said under that. Now, normally, this is where we will say sit your ass down and go home for the week. That's not why he's getting sit your ass down. We've dealt with racist people. I don't know if you heard the last story. No.
He getting his ass sit down for what?
His apology.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Norman, public school superintendent, Nick Migalil. I can't pronounce that name.
Fine.
Migalil. Yeah, I can't pronounce it. Yep.
Just stop.
Just Nick. Dr. Nick. Fuck it. You know your last name. Issued a statement denouncing the incident. Rowan apologized via written statement.
Yeah, he didn't write that. Go ahead. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Let's hear it.
Because
Let's hear it.
if I pay somebody to do this, I need your money back.
Okay, let's hear it.
The written statement. Instead of being accountable for the racist video, he said, quote, while not excusing my remarks, it's not unusual that as a diabetic, my sugar spikes. I'm dead serious. My sugar spikes that I become disoriented.
I wanted to be pissed off. Now I'm laughing. That's funny.
And often say things that are not appropriate as well as hurtful. I do not believe that I would have said that or any horrible statement absent my sugar spiking. End quote. This motherfucker blamed his diabetes.
I ain't never heard no shit like that.
I know people with diabetes.
I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Hold on, wait. It's so many things with this. Hey, I wouldn't call you a nigga, but I had a Snickers 2 minutes ago.
And that Snickers made me
Woo! But here's the crazy part about this. He apologized for what he said. The game ain't started yet. They took a knee. Meaning, you were about to call a whole basketball game. I'm very curious what the hell you was about to say for 48 minutes. You didn't even make it past the national anthem. Oh, but hey.
I ain't know diabetes made you do that.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Out of my family, I know so many people with diabetes. They called you a nigga because they wanted to.
For real. I don't have diabetes, and I say niggas.
There you go. Is that a symptom? I said nigga. Well, I got diabetes. I got the sugar. I got the sugar.
I got the sugar. So I got, hey, that gives me right. Hey, nigger. Not nigger.
Y'all kneeling through the anthem? Bunch of niggas.
Been waiting 54 years to say this word, and I finally got that sugar. Nigger. Just want to say it. Hey, get the fuck out of here.
What you say when you get hypertension? This motherfucker just, hey, I don't know what to tell you. I got diabetes.
Dude, that's an insult to people with diabetes. That ain't never said the word.
I honestly believe.
Almost like that Roseanne Barr reason for she saying because she
was on. You know what?
Whatever that
Ambient.
was.
You know what? I could believe that more than this because Ambien. I have heard people take Ambien and do some crazy stuff they normally do. Like I got a friend. Oh, excuse me. Matter of fact, man, please sit your ass down.